He's in the process of getting sued.
Oh, really, dude? Hey guys, so I know you guys have all probably seen the recent video with Wes Watson, particularly when he claims that he's going to be suing content creator you guys know and love, and my client, Mr. John Bravo.
He's like a famous person that everybody knows.
Who's that guy that I saw a YouTube video? It did really good too. It was the live stream he did.
Oh no.
He got a couple 100,000 views, and he was just saying a bunch of shit. But he was hating on me and you like crazy. But it's interesting to watch. You know, sometimes I watch videos that are bad about me, sometimes I don't. But people that I don't know, it's funny to see their point of view. But he's so hateful. I gotta find the video.
I have never worried about what another man's doing, and people think I do because I talk about the habits that'll level someone up. So
this guy, these videos.
I do some fuck.
Yeah, I know. I can tell. He attracts your life.
Yeah. The guy just lives off of my nutsack.
Off your videos.
The dandruff out my beard and the sweat off my nutsack. The guy lives off. We won't say his name.
Yeah. No, I already know. But literally, you get him the most views.
He's in the process of getting sued.
So let's get into why I hope Wes is not bluffing, so we can all see this charade and circus act go down in real time. I really hope for once in your life, Wes, you do say what you're going to do. Don't bluff. Everyone see you say that publicly. So now please, go through with it. The ball's in your court. We'll be waiting. Now everyone else, let's get into why that case isn't a case. It's a joke like the rest of Wes's life. And frankly, it's cardio. So quick primer. The First Amendment protects commentary, criticism, satire, and reporting on matters of public concern. You're a very public guy. Your brand is public toughness, public coaching, public controversy. That makes you at least a limited purpose public figure. Translation, to beat us on defamation, you'd have to prove actual malice. What that means is that you'd have to prove John knowingly lied or recklessly ignored the truth. Spoiler, he didn't. That's not bravado, that's the law. Also, if you choose to go down the route of prior restraint or asking the judge to gag my client or take his videos down, that'll almost always be stricken down as unconstitutional. You can't bench press the First Amendment, Wes. It doesn't skip leg day unlike you. All right, guys, quick recap for those that have not been paying attention. What is and what isn't defamation? Defamation isn't "this video hurt my feelings." Defamation requires 4 things: a false statement of fact, not opinion, has to be published to others with the requisite fault, here being actual malice, and there have to be damages. Now, on the other end, let's look at what protected speech includes. Opinions, things like "looks shady," "I don't believe him," rhetorical hyperbole, "he's a train wreck," "his life is a dumpster fire." These are all rhetorical hyperbole, which are protected free speech, as well as substantially true statements. Truth is a complete defense to defamation, and fair reporting of court records and official proceedings is also an exception to defamation, and most importantly in this case, parody and satire. So here, if John shows the source, whether it be police reports, court documents, party filings, admissions, your own clips, and then offers commentary, that's textbook protected speech. You don't get to sue because reality is inconvenient. When defamation won't fly, some weaker-minded individuals, like I anticipate Wes, will reach for intentional infliction of emotional damage, false light, tortious interference, harassment, cyberbullying, stalking. Cute. Now, when it comes to intentional infliction of emotional damage, a Supreme Court case makes this a very simple matter for us. Case of Hustler v. Falwell says public figures don't get to sue over outrageous parody and criticism unless it's false and made with actual malice. Moving on, false light. It's not even recognized in some states. Hello, Florida. Tortious interference. You need an actual contract, business expectancy, and improper means. Reporting true facts or offering opinions on public controversies isn't improper. Now, harassment or stalking, that's not going to work as a defamation workaround because you dislike coverage. In short, if your theory boils down to he criticized me in public, congrats, you've described free speech. Now, when a creator summarizes official records, court filings, police records, hearings, accurately and fairly, that's protected by the fair report privilege in many jurisdictions. If we say, according to the complaint, and then quote it accurately, that's not us making the accusation, that's us reporting on it. If the paperwork makes you look bad, take it up with the paperwork. And if John plays your own on-camera statements and adds commentary, that's your past catching up with your present, not our defamation. Now let's get into the biggest hurdle of all, being a public figure with regards to defamation. When you're a public figure, defamation requires actual malice, okay? So you're a content creator, coach, lightning rod who talks about discipline, prison past, and personal transformation on purpose. That's the definition of a public figure, at least for these issues. So you must prove actual malice, that John knew a statement was false or seriously doubted it and published it anyway. John cites sources, shows receipts, and links documents. That's the opposite of actual malice. That's due diligence. Meanwhile, your standard is prove what was in his head. Good luck. Now let's get into the fun part, guys. So if you go ahead and go through with this, you may sue, but you'll end up paying. So many states, including Florida, have anti-SLAPP statutes, which are special motions to strike meritless lawsuits targeting speech on public issues. If you sue to chill criticism, we file anti-SLAPP. What's the outcome there? There'll be an early dismissal, mandatory attorney's fees to add to your mountain of other attorney's fees, and sometimes even sanctions. So if you want to make an example out of a critic, anti-SLAPP motions make an example out of you. Also, let's get into another hurdle, jurisdiction. So you don't just get to drag my client into any courthouse you find motivational. To sue outside John's home state, you need something called personal jurisdiction, or publicly or purposeful targeting of the forum. Posting videos to the internet isn't automatic jurisdiction everywhere your ego travels. Even if you pick a forum, we can remove, transfer, or kick it on into another jurisdiction and venue. Again, cardio. Now, defamation here also requires damages. Public figure claims need actual damages and sometimes special damages. People said mean comments is not a line item. If your reputation is already a public battlefield, by your own branding, mind you, claiming we ruined what you publicly set on fire is a tough sell. Now, if you're thinking of going down the route of DMCA strikes, ask your buddy Callie how that worked out for him. So if John uses short transformative clips for commentary or criticism, that's fair use territory. Abuse DMCA or filing knowingly misrepresentations, now you risk even more damages. Also, the platform has immunity for user posts. You don't. All right, so let me just break it down to you in a simple way that even you can understand, Wes. What happens if you actually file? Here's your future. You file. We immediately file anti-SLAPP motion to dismiss. We demand fees, costs, and potentially sanctions. We conduct targeted discovery into your claims, your damages, your financials, your prior statements, and every contradiction you've made on camera. We win the motion, you fund our espresso machine, and we frame the order behind John's silver play button. So Wes, here's my professional advice. If you want less coverage, try fewer controversies, not fewer critics. Because if you sue John Bravo, you're not hauling us into silence. You're walking into discovery. And discovery is where the receipts live. It's also where anti-slap invoices are born.